He pulled out a federal indictment on you. What's good, potentials? What's good, sneaky gang? What's good, YouTube? We back with another what? Another reaction video. And if you don't know, but now you need to know, it's your boy. Hey, we're gonna be reacting to G Herbo wants to hurt DJ Akademiks for saying this about him. Hold on. I gotta know this first of all from Potentials of Sneaky Game. How y'all doing? Hope y'all sneaking, creeping, staying healthy and wealthy, having motion and flowing like the ocean. A lot of people be telling me that's very inspirational. I came up with something that was just, that I wanted to make sure that everybody's having an inspirable, grateful day, because a lot of people in this world today, they're very sad. They're very angry, they're very unhappy. So why not come out with something inspirational and something that will woo up their day? You know what I mean? But hey, enough talking. Let's get into the clip and see what DJ Akademiks did to G Herbo, my guy. Akademiks is currently involved in some huge drama with G Herbo and other Chicago artists. This week, particularly, there's been a considerable amount of Akademiks hate going around. I don't know if it's something that's in the water, but a lot of people called out Akademiks. G Herbo, another Chicago artist called Prince Dre. You even had Jaguar Wright call out Akademiks. Now, in the case of G Herbo and Prince Dre, they called out Akademiks for his coverage on war in Chirac.
What do you make of like the series? Of like the content creators that make careers basically off of you guys, like Akademiks or Vlad, or like people that are like people that cover you guys and have like made money off it. See, if I was the type of well, I don't give a if I did, I'd probably be like, yeah, cut me in or do something like. I feel like all those kind of guys, what they should do
why did
is
things
give
start raising up
to
like that?
a non-profit organization in Chicago that I'm gonna challenge them to do that. Like what's Akademiks, Vlad, all you niggas that they made money off of culture and people dying and bloodshed and shit like that. Go donate 20,000 or 50,000 to a non-profit organization that focus on just the betterment of kids.
That's a good opinion, but I'm saying how this dude said hold on. Now Mr. Woggy Woggies over here said, "Oh, they're making money off of y'all, and how do you feel about it?" Look, man, the same way you doing your interview, you making money off of him too. If he want to do an interview with his youngin rappers that are in his clique, he gonna make money off of them too. So it's like, bruh, everybody is not making money off of somebody and not getting back. How he making this interview with you, he getting publicity. You getting publicity off of him. He getting it off of you. So it's a win-win situation. It's not like, oh, they're making money off of y'all. You ain't getting nothing. You're not getting a damn thing out of the publicity. No, bro. Bro over here trying to make it seem like they should robbing G Herbo and other people, man. What the hell?
Personal opinion. He's away. Yeah. And what do you make of that guy, Akademiks? Akademiks, like it's a little bit like his life. I fuck, like me and Akademiks, we done met, we chopped it up, we done interviews, but like, I'm not gonna like see me and the man. I don't agree with everything he does, and that's okay. You could agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? But like, he just Akademiks, bro. Like, you don't think it being an adult man as a man? And it's like an adult man as a man is certain shit you shouldn't do and you shouldn't say. Well, he's just like giving it. He's like my liege, my sword. He's just sucking up to other men. Like
G Herbo has the right to feel how he feels. G Herbo came from those communities that was affected. Hello? No one place to tell the victim or to tell the offended party how to be offended. So from G Herbo's perspective, I don't have no issue with it. Now I will say that Adam Freeland added some spice to when G Herbo was trying to be mature. G Herbo even said, "Hey man, me and Akademiks bet, we talked, it's all good. I f with him."
So Adam Freeland,
I was about to say, I'm like, I
as a
know
soft
something
to it,
wrong with the
and
speaker.
then he's about to continue the ad hominem attack. Now, this is where I think it went wrong at, right? Where Adam Freeland begins to call Akademiks a B and call him out of his name. And what G Herbo said essentially just got thrown in the mix of what Adam says, and then it got taken as a diss. But I don't think G Herbo was dissing Akademiks.
Yeah, it's like he's like kind of a crazy life. It's like and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like he pick and choose when he wanna be like a rip or aggressor or say certain. It's just like your moral code should never allow you to say. Yeah. You can't pick and choose. Like on Wednesday, I'm gonna say some shit super outrageous. Then Thursday, I'm like a real like, well, I'm cool. I fuck. I'm saying like, yeah, you can't do that because as a man, you got to be held accountable for what you say. So in certain situations, if somebody holds you accountable for that, you gotta accept what come with that accountability. You know what I'm saying? You can't shy away from it. You can't do no other shit. Yeah. And I'm glad you saying this. I'm not saying it. Yeah. Anyway, Akademiks, you're on notice. You owe $100,000 to what organization? Any organization. You pick one, man.
Yeah, G Herbo right about that. Cause it's just like if I go out to the store and tell somebody to don't rob a store, but then I go to the next store and rob the store, what example am I giving? Hypocritical examples. Like I'm showing influence of hypocritical attitudes, hypocritical activities. I tell you don't rob the store, but I could go rob the store. So it's like if DJ Academics is doing that, talk about things that is real at the aspect point of when things happened. But don't switch up and start saying, he real, he this and that and all that. No, bruh. Nah. And I feel like on the other point of it, it could be a a content thing. But if if it's really a content thing, because some people they make content beef and then they squash it and say, "Oh, I'm sorry" and stuff, but they're not really beefing. He should call up G Herbo and say, "Hey, bro, I'm just making content. I'm not really saying that this is this and this is that. I'm sorry if you feel that way. Period. Like that's how you squash things." But most people they ain't gonna do none of that because some people they just on some dumb goofy stuff, bro. That's what it is.
100. You done made so much money off it. Y'all go donate $100,000. 100. Write that shit up for y'all taxes, bro. And if you don't, you're that's yeah. What? Say it. Land a plane. Land a plane. You're a real bitch. And if you have problems, you can take it up on the Adam Freeland show, DJ Academics. You can. I will sit down with you in the most intellectual style. And I'll be there in the middle to mediate. Yeah. No, I don't even need you. That is one I feel like I could handle.
Continue. I just had to pause for a minute and think. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, no.
Facts. People in the back is laughing.
All right. I actually watched this full interview because I enjoyed the interview. So because I watched the clip in its entirety and not just the chopped up version going around, I know that G Herbo didn't really diss Academics. He didn't really say nothing bad about Academics. Now, do I believe asking Academics to donate $100,000 because he talked about certain issues? I don't think that's fair because that's a slippery slope. Like that could apply to almost anything, right? Like I don't know, do Joe Rogan owe Israel $1 million because Joe Rogan talk about Israel all the time, right? So that's a slippery slope. Yeah, but G Herbo didn't say nothing wrong. But Adam Freeland, his ad hominem attacks and personal attacks, G Herbo just got thrown in the mix.
Yo.
And that's why I believe Academics.
Hey, let me call you later, man. I'm doing a reaction video.
Because G Herbo was kind of calling him out. Adam Freeland called him a beast. Academics just said, all right, bro, y'all can both get it. So Academics went on live stream, and he had a few choice words for G Herbo. And here's what Academics had to say. Okay, to whoever this idiot is, the idea that me or Vlad made our careers off of Chicago is utterly ludicrous. I would get into further explaining it, but
damn, bro, what's up with his mic?
Why? And that's going to be my demeanor with a lot of it, because
Honestly, this war insurrection situation is a lose-lose, no matter how you choose to respond to it. If
Fucking wrong with this
academics'
shit.
goal is to make the conversation go away and not really have to answer to it often, then he probably would be correct and probably not responding back or giving it any energy. Because when you respond whenever somebody calls you out for it, all that does is it incentivizes other people to call you out. And in the case of academics, he has apologized in the past. He has had the conversations in the past. He's owned up to it in the past. And he has given people room to come and confront him about it. But once you do that, his expectation was once I do this, it will go away. Once I do this, these people will no longer feel the need to call me out on it. But once academics is now seeing that's not the case, right? Like no matter how many conversations I have, it's never gonna go away. Now academics is taking the approach of I'm sick and tired of it. I'm no longer gonna feed into it. Now, like I have probably more knowledge of academics career than most people. So no, academics didn't blow up off of War in Iraq. War in Iraq was very crucial and pivotal to creating a community surrounding DJ academics, right? Like the chat ninja, like the chat formed from the War in Iraq community. But academics like kind of got his foot in, by reposting the Breakfast Club clips. That got him a lot of subscribers. And then the mainstream news got him a lot of subscribers. Like academics, mainstream news always outperformed the War in Iraq series. But the War in Iraq series was so niche and so specific that that's what set academics apart from all the other blogs. Now, academics will address G Herbo specifically, and he would essentially say, listen, if I'm accountable, if I'm responsible for deaths because I covered war in Iraq, then he would also put blame on G Herbo for his music and his other actions in the community.
Shit. And I'll be there in the middle to mediate. Yay.
Yeah, whoever this nigga, you're not relevant enough for me to even be in the same room as you. Just let you know that's Big Act, not the little one. I'll say this. First and foremost, let me give a proper address. The days of any Chicago rapper, resident, or anybody who comes from Chicago, period, trying to either guilt or try to make somebody like me feel that I owe y'all nothing is over. So if you want the proper response, that worked at a time where I thought there could be everyone wanted to increase and be better as people. Number one, I'm all for giving back. I'm all for charity. I'm all for giving back to the culture in no matter what way. It could either be lending a platform, it could be donating money or resources. I'm all for giving back. I'm not for virtue signaling, soapboxing, or making people feel like you're undeserving. Also, I'm not for people thinking that anyone who's created a legit business who has profited from hip hop in general doesn't deserve it. So I'll say this, and this is my official response. Anything from Chicago, if you have a request for me to donate my time, my resources, my money, or whatever, because you feel like owe it to Chicago, to your neighborhood, to this other person, end of conversation. Okay? I've tried to placate with y'all for like years. I used to be sitting there listening to y'all tell me this and well, you gave this guy a nickname. I get it. I've spoken in length about how I could have done the war in Chirac better. The war in Chirac is not the genesis of my career. It's not the biggest thing that propelled my career, but it is something that is notable in my career. I'm not here to give no more apologies. No more apologies. But what I am here to do is to speak directly to people like you. Dear Herbo, check this out. You perpetuate this bull when you talk to me like that and you say dumb shit like that. So you're telling me the media guy who covered the nonsense that you guys propagated, the beefs that you guys stirred up. By the way, all while this happened, you noticed that after stop investing in that Chicago scene, which rapper been popping for? Not one. Half of the reason y'all got a career is because there was media that covered y'all. But none of y'all take that accountability. Y'all think the people who covered y'all owe it to the people, but y'all don't owe shit. Why? Because you live there. Y'all made the music that we were reporting on. Y'all gave us the things and the content we were talking about. Y'all did all of these things. Y'all, or the people associated, y'all did all the killings. We never killed nobody. And if y'all want to go with this whole, you gaslit it, this and third, well, I gaslit your career too. So you're gonna give me credit for that stuff, but what about y'all career? Would you be sitting there if it wasn't for me? Would any of y'all be sitting there? Also, let's just talk about this. If we're giving blame, does Lil Durk owe all his money to FBG Duck? Because we're talking about catapulting your career and your platform off of someone's death. Should Chief Keef give all his money to Tuka? When you start making that challenge to those people, but y'all never talk to rappers. This is why I don't like y'all. And this is why I stopped apologizing. This Big Act never really won.
Academics helped the Chicago scene a lot. Academics made it really, really, really visible. Academics.
Damn. He basically, I'm not saying he was snitching on y'all, but he basically just opened the book up on y'all. He literally said, "This is what y'all been doing in the streets, and now you want to come and tell me that I'm the one at fault for talking some fake stuff." He basically, Academics basically kept it real. He kept it real. How G Herbo said he needed to keep it real and not go throw hands. Nah, he basically kept it real. He kept it real. I don't know about all the other stuff, but he kept it real.
Caught onto the wave when it was really early. But do I see a world where Chief Keef and Lil Durk and G Herbo become mainstream rap artists or become as successful as they are without Academics coverage? I do, right?
Yeah,
I
most
don't think
definitely.
that without Academics they wouldn't be stars. I do think Academics accelerated the process. Like Academics made it really visible, but their wave was already like bubbling, right? Like Chief Keef was already on his way to becoming massive. There was already a culture shift going on. I do believe Academics accelerated the path for the other guys, right? Like Academics made us care about like the Rondo number nine. So Academics made us care, about the E days and C days, right? The miscellaneous characters. But for the leaders like Chief Keef and others, I feel like they were already on their way to becoming what they were, right? But Academics did make us care about the other people, and the other people, I believe, he gave careers. So Academics is right in that aspect of it. Now, why I wouldn't say A, the rappers like Lil Durk, Chief Keef, or G Herbo, why I'm reluctant to say you can't call out something unless you're living a perfect life, because that would essentially disqualify almost every one of us from having opinions, right?
Facts.
Like, for example, if I say, hey, bruh, I can't call out BB for starving children, then BB can say, hold on, hold on. Have you ever blackballed an op? Hold on. Have you ever taken food out of your enemy's mouth? I'm probably guilty of that, right? But I can still say, hold on, even though I've done my wrongs, even
At the end of the day, it's just our opinions. I feel like one person got hurt because the opinion might have striked all the way to the part where they were just not expecting it. But I don't think DJ Academics did anything wrong, Like in the beginning I said, he need to keep it real. But when he addressed the problem, he kept it real. He kept it real. He said all that Chicago stuff y'all was doing, that Lil Durk did with FBB Duck, supposed to return the money. Chief Keef that killed Tuka, he was supposed to do this. He said all that killing y'all was doing in the streets. Man, I don't know, bro. Killing in the streets, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all did a lot of dirt in Chicago. That's all I gotta say. And not my business to know like what type of dirt y'all did and talk about how the dirt should have not been done. But all I gotta say is y'all did a lot of dirt in Chicago. So if somebody like DJ Academics is gonna talk about the dirt that y'all was doing in Chicago, maybe y'all should leave the man alone because I didn't know about the little Dirk Owen um FBG Duck money. Chief Keef killing Tuka. I thought it was King Von. I didn't even know it was Chief Keef. Shit. Once I heard that, I was like, yeah. If I was G Herbo, I would just close my mouth. I'll close my mouth. I wouldn't even talk no more. Cause look, when you got a Fed that knows stuff about you and you trying to go after their organization, leave them alone. Cause if they take the rug that they sweep your dirt underneath and lift it up and blow it, and it spread all over the place, and you can see all the stuff that you did that was swept underneath the rug, bro, you would wish not to say nothing. That you didn't say nothing. Swear, dead air, dead air, man. You would swear that you didn't say nothing. Cause how he said all the killing y'all was doing it and making music off of it. Are y'all supposed to? And here's the thing, he's right about that. All the killing y'all was doing. Are y'all supposed to pay back those families? Are y'all supposed to go to the memorials? Are y'all supposed to give money to the families? He's right. He's right. If y'all want him to donate off of what he's saying, then he's right for saying, hey, y'all should donate to the families that y'all did those killing for. I'm just helping and speaking for a friend. Don't look at me and start saying, oh man, Sticky West, stay out of it, man. You want to publish some music and publish some views on it, off of this shit, stay off of this stuff. I'm just saying for a friend.
So I probably, have made my enemy's life a little bit more difficult. I can still say, hey, bro, starving children is wrong. So I'm reluctant to say that unless you live a perfect life, you can't call something out. But I would say that if Akademiks brought G Herbo on his show and they had that conversation for about 3 hours, it's kind of like now is like, is going on Adam Freeland and saying this the most productive? Probably not.
Y'all made y'all careers off of hyping up death, dysfunction, dissing people. For years, we thought Chief Keef was sending his whole bank account to Tuka. Tuka's mom.
Oh.
Half of y'all have lifted y'all own platforms off of y'all up. We have 1 million people who died over there that we could just attribute your career to. And that's why people are being intrigued. Also, here's the thing. I don't like virtue signaling.
Remember when I said, if a Fed knows something about you, don't say nothing? This is why. He basically opened the book on y'all and say, okay, flip the page and say, yeah, he did this on this day. Flipped another page. Oh, he did this on that day. Flipped another page and said, we gonna get him for everything he owe. G Herbo, man, I think you should have looked at the interview, and I like you, G Herbo. You got good music. I it's your music, but I feel like where you screwed up by going on this guy's show to say that DJ Akademiks made this and that. I feel like you should have called DJ Akademiks personally and talked to him and say, hey, I didn't respect this, I didn't like that. Squash the beef. But for him to come now out on his own platform and talk about all the killings y'all did in Chicago and made your music, your publicity, your identity, your money, your career off of people's death in the community, it's not looking good for y'all. Swear. Because it's like, I can go and kill somebody and say, he was my op. Make a song, make my career, make my publicity, my image pop off the roof because I killed somebody that I said was supposedly my op. That's basically what he's saying. That don't look good for you.
In any type of form. Terrible. You were just caught up in a Fed case where...
Oh, hell no. No.
You just caught up in a Fed case where you were accused of embezzling and stealing funds, $1.5 million.
No.
You bought private jets, luxury puppies, went on vacations to Jamaica and all that type of stuff, took all around the world. You only had to pay back $100,000 in restitution. What happened to the other $1.4 million? No. Don't you think you should give that back to the grandmas who asked for their credit cards? I can read through. This is a federal document. Please, don't ever tell nobody what they should be doing with their money, time, or any resources until you take accountability. You guys lack accountability. I got all the facts here. Y'all can't talk me into no corner. Look, when you instead of saying I should go donate, y'all spent $14,000 on a villa, $34,000 on expensive cars. This was money that was stolen from old grandma credit cards who swiped their cards in the hood. Y'all stole $1.5 million. Y'all stole $1.5 million. Due to your plea deal, you were ordered to pay $140,000. So you really owe $1.3 million. Don't talk about me yet. Let's talk about you. Are you going to donate? If you donate $1.3 million, I donate $100,000. Because the $1.3 million that we're talking about with you, y'all stole and bought private jets and Y'all didn't work hard for it. Y'all stole stolen credit cards to buy expensive puppies.
Akademiks TV also launched a full-on war on G Herbo on Twitter. So Akademiks TV was right. Someone asked G Herbo, why didn't he? Right here, somebody asked G Herbo, why didn't he focus on the betterment of kids when he was writing this? Chat, who y'all think contributed to the death of black men more? Jeffrey Dahmer or G. Hoover? And the line
hell
is,
no.
Tommy placed elite ninjas, can't wait till we see ninjas. Who wants smoke is free? All the opera sweet swishers, I pop middle of the street, hit him. Soon as he fall off his feet, kill him.
Sheesh.
And they didn't stop here. All right, they even reposted a video of G Herbo being arrested for domestic violence. They write, body cam footage has service of conviction. Wire fraud felon Herbert, right? AKA
Oh yeah, I remember this time. I remember this time.
Ari Fletcher. This is why I say Adam Freeland did this conversation such an injustice, man.
I'm telling
Because
you.
G Herbo was on the path of articulating himself that was non-confrontational. G Herbo was doing a very good job at conveying his message, at articulating himself in a path that if I would have seen just what G Herbo said, it wouldn't have been.
My bad.
Now, because of what Adam Freeland said, Akademiks TV has probably gone too far to now G Herbo ain't really trying to have a conversation. Now he feels like it's up. Akademiks feels like it's up. Y'all let me know. Yo, what do you guys think is...
Bro, do you see why I said sometimes when you're dealing with the feds, my G, because what DJ Akademiks did right here was just lay the playing field out on the table. He said, you want to go to another podcast and talk on me? Well, how about we do this? If you don't want to call me because I know you got my number and squash a beef that you feel like we have, then I'm going to lay this out on the playing field for you. So he took the papers that he had, like I said, he laid the book on the table and flipped to the pages because that's what he did. Look, he ripped the page out from the book, laid it on the table, ripped another one, laid it on the table, ripped another one, laid it on the table. Pushed it like he was playing blackjack with his cards and said, you want to go to war? Well, this is what I have on you. G Herbo, I don't know. This is what I got to tell you. Do not start war with the feds. I'm telling you, someone that know you a lot and know the nonsense that you did in the streets, do not start war with them, bro. Because they will put you in such a situation, bro. I didn't even know you stole 1.3 from grandma's. What type of heart do you have? Huh? Well, I shouldn't even be asking that because, like they said, you did murders in the streets. You was already doing something crazy. But here's the thing. I'm getting to my point. When I say do not mess with the feds, that aggravated assault that you had, I seen that, but I didn't pull up the video too much to like actually watch it. I read it off the story. And I was like, damn, G Herbo, why would you do that? Apparently he was pissed at his baby mama and for something that she did with his son, and he was trying to get his son back. She wasn't trying to give him his son back, so he did his assault. Story passed to the side. Now, yes, this is why killing is not good in the rap history culture. And it all started when, I guess Chief Keef, because it was Chief Keef first, and then it was Lil Durk, and then King Von, and then now you see G Herbo. But that's what's pushing out here in, I would guess, in America. It could be pushing out there in London or other places, but it's really pushing crazy here in America. And the music labels, they support this nonsense because if you there's some people that be like, if you don't push out killing, they're not gonna push you out for you to go hit viral. Now Drake wasn't doing all of that. Drake wasn't doing that. I'm pretty sure Kodak Black wasn't doing much of that. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully he wasn't. Maybe he was. I don't know too much. But I'm just saying, and I'm going off of base. I just realized it right now. I'm going off of base. But getting to the point, when the feds know a lot about you, what you did and who you was while you was doing it, the best thing for you, as my pops always said, you don't want to sound dumb, you don't want to look dumb. Sometimes the best thing to do is not say anything. Stay silent, keep moving, and that's how you should be. Because the minute you say something, as my pops said, you're going to look like a fool, you're going to look like a dummy, and that's not the thing you want. And now G Herbo, he's in some hot soup. He pulled out a federal indictment on you. Talking about you did fraud, talking about you bought exotic cars, talking about you bought exotic puppies, planes, and talking about where the money came from, how you stole. Bro, once I heard that, I already knew it was over. I was like, yeah, it's over. Now, G Herbo could plot on DJ Akademiks. Now that would look bad because you don't want to look like T Grizzly that killed his auntie before pregnancy and for masteries. You don't want to go do a plot killing on somebody because they told about your life stories. You don't want to do all that. You want to sit down with DJ Akademiks and say, hey, what's our beef? What's the problem? How can we get over here? Do not talk about what I did in the streets. Here's 200K. Leave me alone. Take half of the money and go donate to the kids. There. Boom. But now that this is an open case of how you fraudulently did money, kill people off of making your career. What else you got? Aggravated assault. Bro, call DJ Akademiks, G Herbo, and tell the man you're sorry. Swear. Tell Buddy that you did the podcast with, delete the video. Screw it. The video can't even get deleted now. It's been posted all over the whole place. Cuts and scenes were drawn out, put together. Your most biggest thing is you gotta call DJ Akademiks. Swear. 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 But hey, potentials if you're new, sneaky game, potentials. Like the video. And yes, comment down below what you think G Herbo should do. And if DJ Akademiks took it too far. Also, we're gonna have some stuff coming out very soon. I know a lot of people were looking at me, looking at the channel, saying, he said there was gonna be some giveaways. What is the giveaways at, man? What is that, bro? It's coming. It's coming. I gotta do some placements first, and then we're gonna do what we need to do. Cause I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I have respect for y'all. Y'all like my children. Well, I ain't gonna say that. Because that could be disrespectful to a lot of people that are watching. I'm just saying. But hey, this has been another successful reaction video, and it's your boy Sneakerist I, and I'll see you in another what reaction video. Peace.